They don't get to measure your value, quantify your worth. You do this work, you lustrous pearl. Your soul is intact, girl. Don't you let them retract your world. Don't you let them mess with your zen. You are not less than.
The theme is about strength. I think the resiliency that you all pose.
You know, if there is any doubt with anyone about being single, never doubt. Because motherhood, I found out that motherhood is the perfection of a heart.
People everywhere tell you it's selfish to put yourself first. Just silence those voices and listen to your own inner voice and your inner guidance.
You know, I give myself a pat in the back. Sometimes I like to slap myself. Hey, I did it, you know, because it's not easy raising these kids alone.
It's okay. The situation you're in, it's gonna be tough. It will, you know, but that's part of life, but it will be okay. You will be okay. Your child will be okay.
We know that motherhood is very difficult, and we know that it's important to have a partner, but we also know that some moms do it on their own, and they do it flawlessly. They thrive, and their children thrive. And that's what today's conversation is all about. Spotlight on these amazing women that are doing it on their own. And we're going to learn from each other, lean on each other, and maybe share tips as well.
The theme was just amazing, with just the moms being completely learning how to be confident, letting you guys know that it was about, it's not your fault. I think it's really just about owning it and saying, you know what, this is what I've been given. Let me change the narrative and let's proceed and move forward.
Judgment from people. Do you still feel that in this day and age?
Judgment, it's really something we deal with here in the Philippines. And that's exactly the reason why I founded my Unapologetic Single Mom Tribe, because I really wanted to create a space, a safe container for single moms like myself to be heard and to be seen without judgment.
I was born and raised in the US, and so I think there wasn't as much a stigma. I think for me, actually, you know, it was more for my parents. My parents have been married for a long time, and so I think that was tough.
How do you decide that leaving is better?
So many voices of what needs to be done with him. But for me, the decision occurred where it's like, well, wait a second. The event, the objective of this whole thing is not him. The objective is my children. Excuse me, I'm not here to take care of his problems.
And I think that's the truth. The truth is in you. And I think allow yourself to feel that, you know what, maybe this is what's best. You won't know until you try, right?
How do you go, or how did you go from depression to realization to inspiration?
To think of self and be depressed about what happened was not an option. I had to focus on the children.
How much do you show to your children?
The kids are way too smart. Don't ever lie to them. They will cut you off guard. So just be honest, but it's timing too, Jannelle.
Is it better to co-parent?
I never forced my daughter to have a relationship with her dad. And at 9 years old, it was only last week that she had a sleepover at her dad's house. You know, at the end of the day, I really just have to honor her feeling.
Love. Finding love again.
I don't know. I'm just so used to this life.
And if I may interject, Charina, don't you love the independence?
Oh, I saw. That's why I'm Independence Day.
Without offending single moms, are there things we shouldn't ask about?
You shouldn't say, you shouldn't ask me, boyfriend ka na ba?
I was like,
you know, giving yourself permission to heal, to love, to grow, and to get in touch with your own narrative.
Know that you have strength inside and that you can do whatever it is that your heart decides.
Stop comparing your journey and your progress with other people so you don't get disappointed.
Every yes is right on time, and every no is right on time. And you are where you're meant to be.
And it's enough. It's enough. You're enough.
find your strength, own it, and always be true to yourself.